Fun. Welcome everyone to a bonus run from the Final Fantasy Randomizer Rando Marathon. I am here. I'm your dark host, Dark Moon, here with LV Creed. We are going to be doing some Mega Man The Wily Wars Randomizer in just a couple. LV Creed's going to tell us all about this once I kick it over to him. But before we do that, just a little quick reminder, we are doing this bonus race as well as the whole marathon we had over the last couple of days to help out with the Liam Foundation. All in support of the Liam Foundation. All money goes towards the Liam Foundation raised during these runs. The mission of the Liam Foundation to encourage, assist, heal, and empower our LGBTQIA+ community through respect, advocacy, and passionate hearts to promote thriving in society. Based out of Rockford, Illinois, they've been working since 2015. Great organization. If you have the cash, want to throw a little something towards them, we really appreciate it. As I said, all proceeds go towards them to help them and their cause. So with that, we're gonna shift on over to the Wily Wars Randomizer and let LV Creed take it away. LV, go on ahead.
Thank you very much, Dr. Moon. Hello, everyone. It's your boy LV Creed here. Coming back with another kind of different Mega Man run compared to the one I've done this past Saturday in Mega Man 7. This one, it actually stars the Sega exclusive Wily Wars. Originally from the Sega channel, this one is a little bit of an interesting scenario here. Because, of course, if you know the Wily Wars, this was one of the games that actually combined the Mega Man games from the first three NES ones. This one, because of that, guess what? It shuffles. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and try to get things started here. So, when we do the Mega Man Wily Wars Randomizer, we actually play on the Mega Man 3 mode. That is the base mode. It also gives you all the Mega Man 3 capabilities so you can slide in any stage. That also includes Mega Man 1 and Mega Man 2. And just to get it out of the way, for those that are wondering about Wily Tower, unfortunately, Wily Tower has not been implemented as of this current version. So for those that are hoping for some of the Genesis units, unfortunately, we will not be seeing those. But hopefully we get to see some pretty interesting shuffling amongst the Robot Master stages amongst the first three games. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves started, and I'll be going on go. So 3, 2, 1, and go. So since stages amongst the three games are randomized, I'm just going in a clockwise order, starting from the Madden Man spot, which gives me a vanilla Madden Man. That's entertaining. So what did this randomize? So it's pretty much more a vanilla-ish randomizer. Stages aren't, well, the stages that you pick are randomized, but nothing really too insane is randomized. So enemies aren't randomized. As you see, Proto Man is not really randomized. And of course, since this plays off of Wily Wars, so there are a few physics changes, but for the most part, it stays the same. Proper damage boosting and damage canceling. But of course, since we're playing on Wily Wars physics, it's gonna mostly lean towards some Mega Man 2, especially with some good health drop, pause canceling, especially when falling down. It also kind of takes damage from Mega Man 2, so if I do like damage buffering, I need to be aware that it doesn't quite adhere to Mega Man 3 physics. So I gotta keep that in mind. Take it easy here. But thanks to this being Wily Wars, I could do little tricks like those, because the ladders are actually, you can actually climb ladders off screen. So as long as the ladder is still on screen, and use Rush Coil, I can actually still grab it off screen and get to a little bit higher than normal. Let's see, do we get a vanilla boss? Oh, there we go. There's your randomization. So here we got Top Man here, and unfortunately this is going to be a little bit of a lengthy fight. Because one of the randomization flags that actually put on is that at least for the first 8 robos, the buster damage is randomized between 1 and 3 damage. As you can tell, this is one of the worst case scenarios here, where Top Man is dealing 1 damage with the buster. So this is going to be a little bit of a drag out fight, but fortunately, since, ooh, I might need to take care of my damage here, because damage from Robot Masters are randomized between damage and contact and their weapons. So they could deal as much to 1 damage to an insane buttload to kind of just keep it simple. Just gonna take a little easy here to make sure I live. And there we go, 1 Robot Master down. Alright, so naturally you expect weaknesses to be randomized. And the weapons and the rush items are going to be randomized amongst the 8 rebels as well. And best case scenario right off the bat, I want Rush Jet as soon as possible. Having it at the first get-go, that's insanely lucky. Because there are some stages that can be exceedingly dangerous without getting Rush Jet. Iceman being one of them. If I do not have Rush Jet at any given point during the run, I do not want to see Iceman anytime before then. Having Rush Jet gives me a nice security blanket, and since this is the Mega Man 3 Rush Jet, this is a pretty safe, gonna be a pretty safe seed. Also, to answer in chat, it's not really Mega Man 3 Rando. It shuffles amongst the first 3 Mega Man games, since this is still the Wily Wars. Once again, I will have to incline to mention that because the Wily Tower is not implemented, you will not see any Wily Wars, Wily Tower media in this particular randomizer, so unfortunately we won't have that available. Maybe sometime down the line, if Maximum Lance decides to be out of hiatus, we might try to get that content added, but otherwise, we're still good with getting 3 Mega Man games in one.
Now, because this is the Wily Wars, but playing off of Mega Man 3, do we get the Doc Robot stages, and how do they work?
Oh yeah, good question. And yes, we do get the Doc Robots, and the shuffleization is actually kind of interesting. It has to be done in this specific way. So, when we get to the Doc Robot stages, they're gonna actually be shuffled between the halves of the Doc Robots. I'm gonna take a little bit careful here. So, the Doc Robots are gonna be shuffled between the 4 Robot Master halves. So, let's say you got the first half you deal with Airman, Metal Man, Wood Man, and trying to remember the other one. It was Air, Metal, and Flashman. That's the other one. They're going to be shuffled amongst those in the second half, which is Heat, Quick, Crash, and Bubble. They are going to be shuffled amongst that. A little bit lucky. Oh, quit bouncing needle. Quit bouncing needle. Actually, let's see if he's weak to his own weapon. Nope, not this time. But he's double weak to the Buster though. So this shouldn't take too long. But yeah, the Doc Robots are shuffled off in that way because there's actually a little bit of a glitch that happens in certain scenarios when the Robot Master in their specific area is not fought in their proper area. Do a little bit of a sun on the side right here because I am keeping track of weaknesses as well. Didn't get to take to see my mouse gets cut on screen. If it is what it is. Get Vanilla Shadow Blade from Vanilla Shadow Man. Interesting. But as I was saying, the deal is, let's say you get a second half Robot Master Doc Robot in the first half Robot Master Doc Robot room. If I was to beat that Robot Master, the stage actually ends early because the second Robot Master is the clear code for the stage. However, let's say you get a first half Robot Master, Doc Robot in a second half Doc Robot room, you actually soft lock. Because once again, it's the second Robot Master that clears the stage. So that's why the Doc Robots are cleared up as the way they are. Meanwhile, we got some top man action here. Right now, we're really not getting many Mega Man, any other robots, masters, or stages from the other two Mega Man games, and they are in the randomized pool. So it's kind of interesting that this particular seed is a little heavy on the Mega Man 3 right now. We're gonna see if that changes as the run goes on. Be a little careful here. Oh, there we go. That's one of the things you can do in the Wily Wars that you can't do in Mega Man 3. However, I am taking a bit of a risk trying to get through those big cats because those big cats are instant kill if I actually do contact damage on them. So there is a bit of a risk reward. Oh, let me go. There we go. To some safety here. And we're just a little bit close to our next Robot Master. Gonna take a little bit safe here and just go ahead and use Rush Jet. We got it, so might as well use it for these tops here. Of course, since this is the Mega Man 3 Rush Jet, same exploits apply. Alright, we didn't get to find a weakness for Needle Man last time. Let's see if we got a weakness for this upcoming Robot Master here, which is still the Mega Man 3 boss. We got a bonus. Let's see. Nope. Actually, no. We're gonna keep Shadow Blades because one of the randomized attributes that's in this randomizer as well is that ammo distribution is randomized as well. And Shadow Blade right now is pretty good on the ammo. Right now, we're not getting good weaknesses, but things are still working in our favor to get these bosses done somewhat quickly. And then heaven blessed me. Oh my goodness. If I have a song that I always like to sing, I will be singing the praises of Leaf Shield because Leaf Shield is that good. In this randomizer, for people that probably are low on the Leaf Shield in Vanilla Mega Man 2, Leaf Shield is crazy busted. And I am so hoping that Leaf Shield's ammo consumption is good, because I'm probably gonna be... This is gonna be a hard carry. Well, it's not gonna be a hard carry right now. Going to Bubble Man stage here. As Dark Moon says, we finally get some randomization here, showing that this isn't just a Mega Man 3 show. So Bubble Man, you know, the usual water stage. Gotta be careful of the spike terrain that's gonna be coming up very soon. And all this is gonna do is just damage boost to a lot of the stage. And do damage cancels thereof. Gonna be a little bit careful dealing with the platforming here. As always, spikes are instant kill in this rando. I think let's go ahead and see what Leaf Shield gives me. Well, unfortunately, it looks like I won't find out. Hit me! Gonna take a little bit safe here, and it looks like it's gonna be 2 Leaf Shields per shot, which is still below average. Above average, since leaf shields usually take 3 normally. So not too bad on ammo consumption. I'm a little bit worse for wear on health. And we get a vanilla Bomberman though. But holy crap, it hits like a truck. I'm gonna need to be a little careful. But leaf shield is gonna take a little bit of time to focus so I don't get myself killed on one of the easiest robot masters in existence. There we go. Not bad, not bad. And leaf shield is a weakness. For those that are once again wondering if the weaknesses are randomized, there's your proof of concept. And probably one of the most interesting things about weaknesses is that weaknesses are absolutely randomized. The same weapon can be weak to multiple robot masters. So leaf shield may be a weakness for Bubble, but it could also be a weakness for, who knows, 7 of these robot masters. And I ain't kidding, I've seen C's that done that. Alright, so halfway down, Biggins does a good time. We're gonna see where Robot Master's next. Okay, we finally got some representation from Mega Man 1. We got Bomb Man stage on site. And Bomb Man stage is a pretty straightforward stage. I gotta worry about some of the Joes that are on here because these are Mega Man 1 Joes, and Mega Man 1 Joes are some of the most tenacious enemies in the entirety of the game. But otherwise, there's really not much to go by. So if Dark Moon has some extra donations that are probably coming in from this extra setup of marathon watching, feel free to say anything, or if you got any comments about what you see so far.
No donations just yet, but it is great to see this randomizer in action, and you're doing a great job playing it. I did have a question for you. So with the Mega Man 1 stages being in the randomizer for this, if you got, which, I can't remember, is it Elecman that has the special item in this? I can't remember which stage it is. Would that actually be available for you to collect if it was here, or is that overwritten by the rush items?
The Magnet Beam is overridden by the rush items. You do not collect the Magnet Beam. Since this is in Mega Man 3 mode, you strictly get the rush items. So the Magnet Beam is not much of a thing.
But yes.
And
go
ahead.
While we're fighting Metal Man here in the Bomb Man stage, which apparently this is a weakness for him too, at least. Remember, this is for the Liam Foundation, an LGBTQI+ community organization, helping that community. All donations go towards the Liam Foundation. If you have a little to give, please give.
Of course, please do. Remember, there is many more runs that are coming for bonus streams throughout the remainder of this week as my face gets saddened as I see Harbor Bomb in my weapon pool. It's as bad as you think it is.
Yeah.
And since you don't get the Mega Man 1 glitches in this game, you can't do pause cancels to get extra hits. So this is as even worse.
Could be
in Wily Wars.
Could Gutsman's weapon show up, or is that one removed from the pool because it's practically useless?
Oh no, Super Arm is actually in the pool.
Okay.
There are some changes to the Super Arm that makes it viable for use outside of the Guts block in Mega Man 1.
Okay, cool.
So whenever you actually fire it, you actually summon it. Sorry, excuse me, throat. You actually summon it automatically, so you don't need a Gust block in order to activate the Super Arm. It just automatically summons a block to throw at any given moment when you need to use it. However, speaking of Gutsman's a little bit of an enigma in this randomizer. Gutsman is actually one of the few robot masters that's actually absent in this rando because due to how his gimmick works, it actually makes him hard to use outside of his boss room. So it's kind of interesting consequence out of that. Same with his stage. So, like the Genesis units, give myself a little concentration here and get my. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so unfortunately, Gusman, aside from his weapon, his stage and the Robot Master himself, except for one instance, which honestly I hope doesn't happen due to the implications of that happening. But yeah, Gusman is mostly removed, and Leaf Shield being the GOAT yet again. This time doing maximum damage to Fireman, which obviously, if you think logically, would not be the case. Randomizer, people.
When did Leaf Shield become the Metal Blade? Just useful on everything.
Like I said, there's a reason why I love Leaf Shield, and that's not including just how it deals a massive damage to most enemies. It seems like the randomization pool is doing me a favor and making Leaf Shield just be the beast that I wanted it to be. Nope. Not this time. There we go. Once again, Leaf Shield doing heaven's work. But I will say, because of that, the seeds can get pretty mundane sometimes, because I'm going to be heavily relying on this. Mega Man 2 weapons actually kind of benefit the most with this randomizer. A lot of weapons from Mega Man 1 and 3 are kind of nerfed because they don't play to their normal standards compared to the NES. So Mega Man 2 seems to benefit a lot from this randomizer if they're chosen. As we continue on Needleman stage, a little bit worse from where, getting a little bit beat up, but it should be good before getting to our robot. Gonna reset the room. Sometimes inputs can be a little bit of a pain, but it should still be good to go. Yeah, let's just take it a little bit safe. I at least want to make it to the boss room in one piece. Also, due to the nature of how the mechanics work in this game, mashing is not really a benefit. There are lots of added iframes, and how the mashing works, you really can't mash as fast as you want to. So if you're looking for a Mega Man game that's not hard on the mashing, this is actually a pretty good one. At least you're not active this time. Thunder on Thunder Violence? Nope, not this time. Snakes? Oh, there we go. Hey, Dirt. And actually, we got a lot of snakes. Snake being really good on the ammo consumption this seed. Let's see. Where is Spark? There you are. Get you on the good old weapon weakness chart. Looks like we got a couple of weapons that are kind of similar in function. As you saw, I got Stir Shakes, but I also got Bubbles as well. Not too bad weapon-wise, especially for bosses, because they are low to the ground. And in some cases, I would definitely like some weapons that are very low to the ground, so I don't have to worry about too much finagling. But 7 Robot Masters down, 1 more to go. Let's see what we got. Ooh, Quickman. Quickman actually, especially with Mega Man 3 physics, pretty free, especially when you know where the lasers are coming from. Actually, let me get Bubbles here, because weaknesses for enemies are not randomized. So Bubbles will deal a massive amount of damage. If I had Air Shooter, it will obviously one-shot these bad boys. But since we don't have Air Shooter, we take with what we can get. Oh, a little too wide, but that's fine. Also, I think my ammo consumption from Bubbles is actually good as well.
Yeah, it barely ticked at all.
Let's see. Hit me. There we go. As leaf shield. Oh, did not mean to do that, but that's okay. Of course, one of the nice benefits of leaf shield is that as long as you don't actually the terrain is because we got a robot master that's used to this terrain. Let's see, bubbles? Nope. Snakes again? Nope, not this seed. So of course we got Ashley. Are you Buster Week this seed? Nope, not this time. Don't be Hyper Bonds, please. Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you for letting me pause. Use safeties when necessary. Alright, needle cannon on Flash. Of course, I want to use needle cannon as little as possible. Looks like it's one of those weapons that have very high energy consumption, so we're going to be using that to a minimum. Quick Boomerang, not bad, but definitely only good if it has low ammo consumption. Due to the rate of fire of Quick Boomerang, it could drain very, very quickly if its energy consumption is high. Of course, we're not going to find that out right now, because Leaf Shield, baby! But yeah, as I was saying earlier, the Dark Robot stages and how the robots are randomized, they are randomized according to their halves. So the first set of Dark Robot bosses are randomized amongst themselves, and the second half are randomized amongst themselves for reasons I mentioned earlier, and it's more about glitch detecting as opposed to anything else. To the damage here because of a little quirk in the rush jet in the Wily Wars. You take a hit and the rush jet goes pretty much hyperspeed, for lack of a better phrase. Let's see. Let's do bubbles and see if we get lucky on the randomization pool on weaknesses. I do not get Airman randomized from his spot bush at all. And that's 2 damage, but we could probably do better. Oh, wait. There we go. We can live with this. But I am hoping for a situation where he doesn't go too much to the ground here. There we go. I should be safe. There we go. The air shooters were dealing a crap ton of damage to me at that point. I did not want to get hit again. But yeah, Airman unfortunately was not really much randomized thanks to how the set goes. But yes, the first 4 Doc robots in their respective halves are still randomized. So while Airman is not randomized, Metal, Flash, and Wood can still be randomized amongst the remaining Dark Robot stages amongst the first half. Of course, we're going to see who's going to be randomized amongst the second half in a moment. Could it be Vanilla Dark Clash? Who knows? We're about to find out in a moment. Anyway, once again, ain't Leaf Shield great? Just a little bit to go. Just a few set of screens to go, and we're about to face our second Dark Robot boss. I'm kind of hoping it's a Robot Master that is stationary, so I can use the Leaf Shield exploit. And it's definitely not. I'm hoping he doesn't do a lot of high contact damage. Well, that didn't work anyway. But that did. Thank you for your verticality. It was quite useful. So yeah, there's a proof of concept. Quickman originally being in Dark Spark as the last part of the room, sent to a Dark Needle, and that's one major boss that I don't have to worry about for the rest of the Dark Robot stages. As we now go to Dark Gemini. Use the Rush Jet, so we don't have to worry about none of the nonsense below. Even if it was vanilla and I had Madden missiles, it would be kind of annoying because Madden missiles are kind of worse and even more wonky than it is, because now any projectile can act as a flare for the Madden missiles. So if you like see vanilla Mega Man 3 runs and you see Madden missiles used a lot, not as useful here because the flame projectiles will wind up being a little more problematic. Anyway, more leaves. I'm pretty sure you can sense a theme thanks to what I have in my arsenal here. But I'm gonna switch to the Buster so I can navigate the rest of the area as sees fit. And I'm about to see who's in Doc Flash. And our Robot Master is Vanilla Flash. Wonderful, Randomizer, wonderful. All goes down the same with Leaf Shield. Oh my goodness, this seed is kind to me. So once again, just continue on our merry little way.
I look away and Flash is already dead.
Yeah, we just kill him harder. When one gets dead and they come back alive, we just kill him harder. Of course, we know that since Flashman is one of the Robot Masters, randomized in the first 8, we're still gonna see him in the boss rush. So we're gonna have to just kill him one more time for good measure. Of course, I should go ahead and just put that out there. Yes, the Wily stages are randomized as well. So any Wily stages between Wily's 1 and 3, Mega Man's 1 and 3, they are in the shuffle pool when we get to the Wily stages. Oh man, this is a vanilla Gemini, Dark Gemini game. Keep up with me here. I'm trying to showcase some randomizations here. Ooh, that's damaging. But so is my bubbles. Bubble on bubble violence, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. That's Dark Gemini stage down. And we're going to Dark Spark. And just to note, there is no rhyme or reason for the order. If there is a reason for the order, I'm pretty much just going by favorite stage theme. Leaving my favorite stage theme, at least for the Dark Rebels, for last. Which means, safe to say, Shadow Man amongst the four Robot Masters is my favorite. Go ahead and just do Shadow Blade. It's quicker on the menuing, and it has a verticality. Oh, there we go. So right now, everything is pretty much going as planned. As we're about to see who's going to be left for our remaining Robot Masters. So we have Woodman and Metalman left for the first half. We could get a vanilla metal, but we could still get wood here. Let's see which one we get. Oh, so pretty much, at least we know who's going to be in Dark Wood for Dark Shadow stage. Oh, what? All right, that's good. Bubbles doing the work here this time around. Still gotta be careful about Woodman. The leaf shield are still be hard to jump over. And see, I'm still just barely making it over. Just give me a little bit more. Surprisingly enough, the lag is making it a little bit simpler for me to time my jumps. Alright, the treacherous spike fall. And I should be safe. Heavy help me if I get the Wily 3 spike fall That was more treacherous. Respawn these boys. Just a little bit more. And we should be good to go. See who's in Doc Quick's room. Oh, crap! The thing landed a little later than I anticipated. So I gotta go through this one more time. But it won't take too long. I'll probably say it's still gonna be a little bit extra time. That's an area I usually do not fail. But I'm also a little more careful as well. Let's be smart about it this time. And we got 2 raw masters left. And let's stick with Leaf. At least the bread and butter when I get it. Alright, so we got Doc Heat. And yep. Good to go. Just rinse and repeat. And Heat Man down. So all that's left is Crash and Metal for our Dark Shadow stage. So Dark Shadow has quite a number of rough jumps, especially with the drop platforms that are literally, especially in the first half of the stage. And with the added lag, thanks to this being on a Wily Wars, sometimes jumps can be absolutely eaten up, and I could take another spike fall to the abyss below. So I'm probably gonna wind up being safe and just depend on rush jets to get by at least the open sky area. So do dog flights. Get myself ready and about to go ahead and be ready for Dark Metal. Of course, we know it drops for Leaf Shield, but we can most certainly handle it. We just gotta see if... Yep. And damage is not too bad here. I can do the damage race. And moving on. Gonna... Yeah, let's just... No! Do Shadow Blade. No, never mind. Shadow Blade slow. Should've knew better. Hopefully I was just trying to find something that deals quick damage to these Hammer Joes. But there are only really a few weapons I depend on for something like that. Gonna be doing the dirty deed here, but I've still gotta take a little bit of time here, only because of the lag. I don't want my jump input to get eaten up. One shot here, and let's see what we're gonna get from Doc Crash. Is Leaf Shield gonna be the savior yet again? Well, we're not gonna find out yet. Nope, not this time. Let's do the dirty dig. Definitely in bubbles. Snakes? Oh, yep. Die please. Thank you. Alright, that is all our Dark Robots finished. All we just gotta do is the required Breakman fight, and we're gonna be going to our shuffled Wily stages. So as I take care of Breakman, got any donations that come in or any extra announcements, Darkmoon?
Let me check. No donations right now, but do remember this is for the Liam Foundation. This run and the marathon we had before supports the Liam Foundation. All donations, all money goes towards the Liam Foundation, and organization that encourages, assists, heals, and empowers the LGBTQIA+ community through respect, advocacy, and passionate hearts to promote thriving in society. If you have a little, please give. This organization is great, and they can use every bit of money they get.
Come on, Benny, work with me here. But there we go. As you can see right then and there, we're in Mega Man 3's Wily Stage 3. As I said, the Wily stages are shuffled amongst themselves. And as a little bit of a bonus, the Dev Maximum Language add a little bit of an extra feature in that we don't have to sit around and see the Wily Castle Cup scenes. I turned that flag on and we saved a little bit of time, not worrying about having to see those cutscenes over and over again as we go through stage for stage. These shields so great, the greatest ever greatest of all time. But yeah, just gotta go through the motions. Of course, Wily 3, pretty short stage. Already at the boss. So the holograph Mega Man, well, actually all the Wily bosses, as you suspect, they are weak to a random weapon. Oh, and that is not the right one so far. Okay. At least we know it's not me. I'm still on season about G-Shield. Okay, at the bottom, are you shield weak? You're soft, but that's not good enough. Unfortunately, not bubbles. And this is where things can get long. Nope. Search sticks. Uh-oh. We're not getting lucky with weaknesses so far. There we go. Cellblade being a bit of a savior this time around. Is that the bottom or did I miss the top one? Nope. It was the bottom one. Okay, we should be finished. If you just let me. The lab being a bit of a pain. Yeah, kind of risk reward with weakness hunting, especially when you're dependent on some specific ones. Ooh, Wally Stage 1. This is actually a pretty interesting one because as you notice, I don't have super armor in my arsenal. And yeah, I don't have ice for the flamethrower floors. So how do we fix that? Buster. In this randomizer, in situations, especially in Mega Man 1, where you don't have either Ice Slasher or Super Arm, what Buster is your go-to to make things all the more easier. So your Buster winds up being your resident Ice Slasher and Super Arm in one, so that stages like Wily 1 here are actually completable. That also goes for situations, because you know, under normal circumstances, you would need the magnet beam to go through this area. The devs slightly altered the area so that we can actually use our other items, be it our Mega Man 2 items or our Mega Man 3 items, in order to progress through Wily Stage 1. Actually, ooh, that's quite a bit of quick boomerang energy. We're gonna see if we can make use of that. Oh, that's unfortunate. This would have been a good weakness for quick boomerang. So let's see. I'm kind of hoping it's not needle cannon. Unfortunately, it's not. But yeah, Yellow Devil's kind of one of the annoying robot. I mean, not robot masters, but bosses they have in the Wily stage because of how lo how long this thing is. For the love of mercy, please don't be weak to hyper bombs, because I won't be able to actually touch them if I actually had to use soft weak. We're not gonna go for that. Savior? Unfortunate. We're getting deep into the weapon pool here. Kind of a worst, not quite a worst case scenario, but there's a lot of weapons that I really kind of don't want. But it looks like it's gonna be Bubble this seed. I think that was 4 units. Ugh. Gotta take that health. We're gonna still get bubbles for a bit. I'm not, since I'm trying to focus on dodging and hitting them when the eyes open, I'm not getting a good read on damage. No, that's 2. Yeah, this is kind of an unfortunate incident here. I'm just praying and hoping it gets not Hyper Bomb. Oh dear God, its potential is Hyper Bomb. We're sticking with bubbles. Because unfortunately, Buster is not a real viable weakness here. Buster's only a viable potential weakness for the 8 Robos. So I am not going to be dependent on Buster here.
Well, Yellow Devil is giving us plenty of time for you to donate if you so choose, because he's dragging this one out for you. So if you want to, go to ffrando.com/donate. That will take you right to the Tiltify donation page, and you can kick a little money over here for the best boss of the game, Yellow Devil.
Yellow Devil, friend of the stream. Seriously, get those donations in.
He's just making sure we have plenty of time to talk about the charity. The first Pride Parade in Rockford was held this year in June, as organized by the Liam Foundation. Based out of Rockford, Illinois, is the foundation themselves. They just opened up new space in June 2023 with expanded services available to the LGBTQIA plus community with open mic nights, queer elder brunch, name change clinics, queer family meetups. They do a lot of stuff just for the community and help the community come together and feel like a community. D&D support groups, queer teen meetups, adult peer support groups. There's a lot that they do, and every dollar that they get in helps them. Any little bit that you do, any little bit that you contribute helps this organization. So if you can, please contribute. And
there's 2 more hits, assuming I don't miss again.
Yellow Devil doing his job right here.
You know what? I need to ensure that I actually get a hit in.
And you know what? Thanks to Yellow Devil. Let me refresh the page. We did get a donation in.
Nice.
Budge Mono, $25 coming in, showing our love for our boy in blue. Thank you, Budge Mono.
Oh my gosh, and they kind of cancel things out because I'm in Wily Stage 5, which is arguably the shortest stage in the game. And the shortest stage I can get in the randomizer that really isn't a final stage.
The game took it easy on you, gave you a little mercy.
We'll see. If it really wants to be my friend, it will give me my best friend Leaf Shield weakness. And of course it doesn't. But this works.
That worked incredibly.
I'm gonna have to take a little bit of damage here. There we go. We take those. We most definitely take those. So yeah, you can get stuff like this as early as the first Wily stage. But there is a bit of nuance into the randomization of Wily stages. The last two Wily stages have a little bit of a constrained shuffle. Oh, yeah, this is the game's apology. One of the shortest Mega Man 3 stages. But I'm about to give both devils, though.
The game just really wanted you to have Yellow Devil.
Shell Blade here. Nah, not this time, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Also, with this being the shortest stage, it also gives me 2 E-Tanks, so I get to stock up here. This is also the 4th Robot Master stage, Wily stage. So for the final 2 Robot Master stages, I would have Quick Boomerang. But as I was saying, for the final 2 Robot Master stages, the final 2 robot stages, the one after this is a boss rush stage. So the Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 Wily boss rush stages are shuffled in the next stage, while the final stage, which is going to be our final Wily fight, is between the 3. It's going to be shuffled for the very last stage. This could have some very interesting implications. Excellent.
Well, that went very differently from the first time.
All right, which Robot Rush stage I'm gonna get? In a way, I would kind of hope to have Mega Man 3. This is the shortest one, but of course, the Mega Man 3 pool would give me some extra items along the way before dealing with Boss Rush. Okay, at least I know snakes were the weakness for Needle, because we didn't have the weakness prior. Oh, we did have Fireman. There's actually another interesting little implication for Mega Man 1 bosses in these specific boss rushes. Because as you can see, for Mega Man 3 and Mega Man 2 bosses, you get health drops. However, if you know Vanilla Mega Man 1, you actually do not get... Actually, let's see. You don't get drops from Mega Man 1 bosses normally when you take them on their respective boss rushes. So when I face Fireman, after I beat him, he won't have a health drop for me. Where's my snake? You know, I'll take that. No reason not to. Hopman, are you weak to snakes? Yes, indeed you are. So this should be a quick fight. Let's see who's next. Metal, let's get the leaf shield out. He's making my time easy. I'm actually a little worried about my leaf shield consumption right at this current moment. Because if leaf shield winds up being the weakness for the Wily machine, I could be in a little bit of a pickle. So I'm gonna see if I can find a secondary weakness. There we go. It's not even a secondary weakness. And there's the proof of concept of the Mega Man 1 boss not dropping health, as per vanilla. Oh, never mind. It winds up being Thunderbeam being the major boss killer for the Wily machine this seed around. I can't get too cocky though. Oh. Also busy if I get stack damage. Alright, one more stage. And I do not want to see Mega Man 1's final boss stage. Ah, the best one. The thing about it is, like I said, the last stages of the Rando has the final 3 of either Mega Man 1, Mega Man 2, or Mega Man 3. If I had the Mega Man 1 last stage, I had to do extra boss rush.
That would have been fun.
Of course, time is on the final alien hit. Believe it or not, that's fine. Because the alien actually weak to 2 weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find that other one, so I don't have to wind up wasting it ain't you. You are not gonna be Hyper Bomb. There we go. Much better. And actually, probably a better case scenario compared to a Leaf Shield. Final hit and time.
GG's.
So yeah, what I didn't get to mention since I was so focused on trying to get through the rest of the game, I actually get a Yashishi, the little power-up from that you noticed from Mega Man 1. You actually get this in the Mega Man 2 final stage, so that you can absolutely be sure that you are topped off on health and ammo before dealing with the aliens, so that you are guaranteed to have the weakness and enough of it to beat the game, so you don't have to wind up, dying and trying to game over to refill your health and energy in case that needs to be necessary. But yeah, this is a pretty good showcasing of the randomizer. Once again, shout out to Maximum Lance to pretty much did most of the dev work and most of the coding. I did a little bit of play testing, some bug finding to help get this thing a little stabilized. Unfortunately, Maximum Lance is taking an indefinite hiatus from making this randomizer, so we do not know when this randomizer is ever going to get updated. It's just the sad fact of life, but that's IRL situations for you. You got to take care of IRL. So we're not sure when we're going to get the Wily Tower stuff, but for what we got, I'm still glad that we got quite a bit of content for what we have with this randomizer as is. But yes, hopefully we still get some more good runs coming up as the week progresses. There's a lot of bonus runs that are going to be along the way. I hope you still stay tuned, keep on donating, and of course, thanks everyone for having me throughout the weekend for Mega Man 7 and Wily Wars. It's been a blast, and I hope you had a blast watching what these two randomizers had in store. So that's pretty much up. That's pretty much good for me. Dark Moon, if you'd like to take us out.
Absolutely. Thank you, LV, for coming in and doing this. It was great seeing the Mega Man randomizers here. It's great seeing Mega Man randomizers in general. I knew of the Mega Man 2 one, which is the popular one that everyone plays, but to see Mega Man 7 during the marathon and Wily Wars here, that's pretty awesome. I really liked it, so thank you.
Yeah, they don't get a lot of notice compared to your usual suspects like the Marios, the Zeldas, the Metroids, and maybe some other more popular franchises. But there are still a number of Mega Man randomizers that are out there. If I can just shout out right quick, the Mega Man 4 randomizer, also made by the developer that did the Mega Man 7 randomizer. There's a Mega Man X randomizer. There's the X3 randomizer out there. There's also randomizers for the Battle Network games. If you're a fan of Battle Network, if you do a little bit of searching, there are randomizers for the Battle Network games. So there is plenty of Mega Man randomizers that are out there for you to at least take a gander and take a try out. So yeah, just to get the word out there are many more randomizers out there in the world other than your usual suspects.
For sure. Well, thank you everyone for watching. We will have more bonus runs going on tomorrow on this channel. We will have the OJ Power Hour. Our hosts, Ozlodo and Jay Shadell, will actually have the crew from the marathon on there to chat and discuss, so you'll want to check that out as well. We'll also do the prize giveaways at that point. And then from there, we have more Final Fantasy Randomizer, Castlevania 2 Randomizer. We just got on the schedule some Paper Mario Randomizer on Thursday, so you should definitely check that out as well. And we'll be continuing this throughout the week. All the proceeds, of course, going to the Liam Foundation, so if you want to donate, donate. If you have a little, please do. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you again tomorrow.
Take care, everyone.